Today in the Puppet Lab, we're going to make a shadow puppet theater. Here's everything you'll need to get started. A shoebox, a ruler, a glue stick and crayons, 2 straws, a piece of paper big enough to cover your shoebox, tape, a metal can or tin, scissors, and a flashlight. Got it? Let's go! Clear up your work surface, open your shoebox and set the lid aside. Put the shoebox on the piece of paper, and then, using your crayon, trace a square around it. Now, using your ruler, make sure you have a margin of at least 1 inch all the way around, and then cut off the excess. This piece of paper will now become your shadow screen. Take your box and cut a hole in the bottom of it using a pair of scissors. Now let's attach our screen to our box. First, take your scissors and cut a diagonal line through each of the corners like this. And now take your glue stick and run the glue stick all around the edge of your piece of paper. Pay special attention to the corners, otherwise they won't stick well. Now, place your box in the square on your paper and fold up each of the sides. Put your hand inside to support it so that you can press it down really tightly. Now we're going to fold under the corners. If you need to, add a little bit more glue and then fold down one corner and then the other so they overlap, just like this. Your shadow screen is almost done. Now we're going to take a little bit of tape and tape down the edges just to make sure that paper doesn't go anywhere. You could also use decorative masking tape or duct tape to do the edges. That paper's not going anywhere. Now it's time to make our puppets. Use the part of the box lid that you cut out, and using your crayons, draw your characters onto the box lid. You can make any characters you want. We're making a dog and a duck, but you could make nursery rhyme characters or characters from your favorite book. Remember that you're only going to see these characters in shadow, so you don't need to make them too detailed. Once you're done, grab your scissors and cut out your 2 characters. Now we're going to attach straws to the backs of our characters. This is how you'll hold the puppets when they're inside the box and pressed up against the screen. If your straws are a little too long, you can cut them off shorter like this. Then use tape to secure each straw to the back of the puppet. You'll probably need to use a lot of tape in order to make sure that the stalk stands up straight. We're going to tape our puppets so that the dark side is facing out, but it really doesn't matter. You can face your puppets either way. Your choice. Now your puppets are ready to use. In order to get as much light on your screen as possible, you need to raise your flashlight off the table a bit. So we're using an empty metal can to set our flashlight on top of. The groove on this can is especially nice because that means it holds our flashlight in place. Now you're ready for your shadow show. Place your box in front of your flashlight. Turn on your flashlight and turn out the lights, and then press your puppets up against the shadow screen. Using the straws, you can move them back and forth. For more Puppet Lab, visit us online at library.austintexas.gov/literature-live.